I just I was just doing research on the police. I don't know if it was a crackdown or what. Zuccotti Park in New York on the 17th, so Saturday. I was gonna do a lot more research before I made a video, but watching, I read a couple articles, and then I started watching some videos on YouTube, and I started getting a pit in my stomach by watching them, and feeling sick. So I still have the pit in my stomach. I'm gonna link to some of the videos so you can watch them. Here's my problem from the little research I've done, and if there's something I'm missing, it's because I'm not done looking into this. You'd think in the digital media world that we have today that 3 days later there'd be more information out, and there's not. I'm trying to find stuff, but I guess the reason why we're the 6 month anniversary of Occupy, but I guess the reason why the police felt it necessary to clear the park was because some people were breaking the rules about not putting up tents, and they were putting up tents. So here's my first statement to that, and this is something that I'll never understand, and it happens all the fucking time. Why the fuck do you punish everybody for something that a few people are doing? You find out who owns the fucking tents, and you get rid of the fucking tents. In my opinion, from the little research I've done, admittedly, in my opinion, that was just an excuse to clear the park. I don't have a problem with clearing the park. Here's what I do have a problem with. If you are taking the time to get empty buses on station, ready to arrest people and take them away, why in the fuck would you not have ambulances and paramedics at the fucking ready as well? You've planned on arresting people, a lot of people, because there were a lot of fucking buses, but you didn't plan on anybody getting hurt after the shit that happened before. So I have a problem with that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate on what is right and what is wrong. If you're a law-abiding citizen, if the police show up and say, hey, you need to get out of the park, you're going to be arrested, well, then you probably need to leave. And from what I understand, they were saying it all day. That they had people going through the park, some on bullhorns, during the day, saying, hey, you need to get the hell out of here. So they had fair warning. I don't want to choose a side here, because I think that's silly. And I do think that this passive resistance is crap. I mean, you're inviting yourself to get injured by this passive resistance. I think you have to understand that. You're not in control of your body, and you're expecting somebody else to control your body and not injure you. I understand why you do it, and I understand the point. I understand the real reason for this Occupy stuff, and I think there's a ton of people that are participating in these occupation events that probably don't fully understand the reasoning behind why these were started. Regardless, I have an issue with if you watch. There's tons and tons. Everybody's got a fucking smartphone today. There were tons of people there, press people recording. just knowing what was going to happen and at the ready to get this all down on film. And most of the cops acted fairly. They did their job, and their job only. They didn't overstep their bounds. But there was more than a few that, in my opinion, watching the videos, and I'm not a cop, I'm not a legal expert, I am not anything, but, you know, when you're in a position like that, you can't let somebody screaming at you or yelling at you get to you the way you let it get to you and then respond physically. The only specific thing I'm going to say is, you know, the woman that appeared to be having a seizure while in handcuffs, I do agree. It was horrible. It was horrible to watch. I'm not sure the cops could have done anything differently. So I want to say that right away. Other than have medical people on scene, I don't understand why they didn't. I don't know how you plan for this and not plan for every contingency. That's insane to me. And maybe they did have some on station and they were further back. I don't know. It only took 15 minutes to get to her, which is a fair amount of time, probably in New York City, regardless if this was going on or not. But something different needs to fucking happen here. I don't have an answer, but I can't see this getting any better, and I can't see people watching these videos and people that are really interested in this and really willing to go the extra mile, watching these videos and saying to themselves, well, I guess I'm never going to go to an Occupy event again because, I got to listen to the police. No, they're going to look at this and they're going to get spun up. They're going to get spun up, and you're going to get more people out there. Okay? So not only are you going to get more people out there, but now you're going to have people looking to pick a fight with police. And I don't understand why anybody would want that. I don't see this being quelled. I see it escalating. And I don't like where that escalation will probably lead. I can't see how anybody would like it. So I really think the mayor and the police chief and I think you guys need to rethink what you're doing and how you're going about doing it. I don't have the answer. I don't have a better answer, but you need to come up with one, because it's not going to be good. Rant over.